I want you to tell me the very first thing that you see or the very first impressions that you have as you begin to understand where you are and what is happening around you.
I think I'm in France.
In France? What makes you say that? Is it something you see or it's just a knowing?
It's a feeling.
Very good. Tell me, what do you see? Where do you find yourself?
It looks like a little village, but it looks old. It looks like middle age, old houses.
Is it a small or a big village?
It looks small.
Looks small. How many houses approximately do you see? 5, 10, 50, 100?
No,
1,000?
just 5 or...
Okay.
Yeah, just 5.
Very small. How are the houses made of?
It's these with brick and wood that have these wooden structures. I don't know what time it is.
Is it day or night?
Day.
Day. What else do you see? What's going on in the village?
There's people. The ground is muddy. I see some chickens.
I want you to look down at your feet and tell me, how do they look like?
They're covered in something that just looks like leather and just a string holding it on my legs.
Very good. What color is the leather?
Brown.
Very good. Have a look at your legs. Are you wearing anything on your legs?
No, they're naked.
Okay, very good. And look at the rest of your body, the top part of your body. What do you see?
I think I'm wearing a bonnet, like a white cloth thing.
And have a look at your head and tell me if you're male or female.
Female.
Female, very good. What color is your hair? Dark or light?
I think it's light red.
Very good. And are they long or short?
I think they're long, but I have them tied in the bonnet.
Very good. Look at your face. Are you young or old?
Yeah.
If you were to guess, what age would you say?
15.
15? Okay, very good. Are you carrying anything on your hands?
I think I have a basket with fruits and veggies.
Fruits and veggies? What fruits do you see inside the basket?
I see apples, potatoes.
Anything else besides the basket?
I want to say a book, but I don't know what book it is.
Where is the book? Is it in the basket or in the other hand or somewhere else?
I think I have it under my left arm.
On your left arm, okay. Is it a big or small book?
A bigger book.
Bigger book? What color is the cover?
Brown.
Brown. What is it made of?
It's paper, but the cover is leather, I think.
Okay, so I want you to zoom in the cover and tell me, what does it say?
I think it's a French book about herbs.
About herbs?
Yes.
Very good. Are you reading that book? You're interested in that book? Is it a good book?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
There's recipes in it for tinctures and teas and lotions and things to help humans.
To help humans? So you're interested in that?
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Is there anybody there with you now?
I don't see anyone, but I feel like my mom is there, but I don't see her.
You feel like she's there?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel about your mom?
Sad.
Sad? Why? Tell me about it. Why do you feel sad about your mom?
I think she's gone.
You think she's gone?
Yes.
You mean that she's dead?
Yes.
Did this happen recently or has it been a long time?
Some years ago.
Some years ago. Why did she die? What happened? Was she sick or was it an accident? Do you know?
No, I think she was taken.
She was taken? She was taken by whom?
By men.
By men? She was taken by men?
Yes.
What kind of men? What were these men?
It looks like they were wearing coats and cloaks, and they were black, and they had a cross around their neck.
Were you there when this happened?
Yes.
So you saw what happened?
I think so.
And why did they take her?
Because she was also helping humans.
Like you? How was she helping other people?
She was healing them.
She was healing them?
Yes.
How was she healing them?
With her powers in nature.
With her powers?
Yes.
So she had some special powers?
Yes.
Tell me about it. What powers did she have?
She could heal people with her hands. Could see things.
She could see things that other people couldn't see. So she was guiding them and giving them information
Yes.
and helping them to heal their physical bodies.
Yes.
That's wonderful, isn't it? So why did these people take her away?
Because they said it was evil.
They said it was evil. Who were these people? Where did these people come from? What organization or who were they?
They came from church.
From church? What kind of church?
I don't know, it's just a small village.
And where did they take her?
Looks like they took her with them and threw them in the basement somewhere. In the cellar.
Did you manage to see her after that?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you said that she died.
Yes.
How do you know that? Did they tell you? Or you saw it? What did you see?
I think they burned her.
In front of you?
In the village.
In the village? Why did they do that?
Because they said she was evil.
Do you think she was evil?
No.
And why did they say she's evil?
I don't know.
So they didn't like what she was doing?
No.
They didn't want her to help people?
They said it was against God.
Oh, wow. And what did the other people do that were around when this was happening?
They were just standing, and some were shouting and screaming at her and throwing things.
They were against her?
Yes.
So there were many people who believed them?
Yes.
And you? You knew that she was benevolent, right? That she really wanted to help. How did that make you feel?
Desperate.
And after this, what happened to your mom? How was your situation at home? Who was taking care of you? Is your dad there?
No.
He's not there? Where is he?
I don't know.
So he's not at home? So let's go at your home now. I want you to leave that scene and I want you to go to where it is you that live in this life, in your house there, in this place. And I want you to stand outside and tell me, what do you see? How does your house look like?
It's really small and it looks old and made of wood, and there's trees around it.
Nice. And I want you to go inside. Have a look inside and tell me if you see anyone inside the house.
My grandma.
Your grandma. Where is she now?
She's in the kitchen and she's smiling and welcoming me.
How do you feel about your grandma?
I'm happy.
You're happy
Yes.
that she's there?
Yes.
She's supporting you? Is she good with you?
Yes.
Is she the mother of your mother or your father?
My mother.
Of your mother? Is there anybody else there in the house?
Just a cat.
Just a cat?
Yes.
How does the cat look like?
It's black.
Black? Totally black?
Mm-hmm.
How do you call a cat?
Mimi.
And are you good friends with Mimi?
Yes.
Beautiful. So, where's your father?
I don't know.
Ask your grandma to give us some information. Ask her where is your dad?
She says on the field, but I don't know what field.
On the field. Ask her to give you more information. What field?
Battlefield.
Is he gone for a long time?
Yes.
Okay. So grandma is taking care of you. Very good. Okay, so I want you to tell me, how do you spend your time? What do you do the majority of your time? See yourself doing it.
I feel smaller now than 15. And I just see myself running around outside and gathering things.
And you mentioned that you were also into herbs. Did your mom teach you?
Yes, and my grandma.
And your grandma, so she also knows?
Yes.
Did your mom, do you also have these abilities that your mom has to see things and
Yes.
work with energy? Does your grandma have it as well? Okay. So does your grandma also teach you?
Yes.
Do you like it? And do you apply it in your life? Do you help people?
No,
Why not?
I'm scared.
You're scared because of what happened to your mother. So what do you do with this knowledge?
Keep it to myself and sometimes just tell friends a little bit.
I see, okay. So let's close that scene and let's move forward in the same life that we are viewing. We are now moving forward to an important day. What do you see? What is happening?
I don't want to see it.
What is it?
It's the day where she died.
That your mother died?
Yes.
Okay. So I just want you to look at it as an observer. I don't want you to have any physical sensation. You can just look at it as an observer and just describe me what you're seeing.
I see people and a stake, lots of wood and ravens.
How old are you there in this?
I'm 4 and I want to go home.
You're 4, okay, so we went a little bit back in time. So you are there and you have to see this.
Yes.
Is there anybody else there from your family?
I think my grandma, but it looks like she's hiding.
Oh, why is she hiding? She's afraid.
Yes, she's wearing a big cape.
So what happens? Just describe me. What do you see?
They're taking my mom and she's in ropes and she's naked.
And what do they do with her?
Put her on the podest, I don't know the word. It's on like a platform. And they're humiliating her and people are shouting.
What are you doing?
I'm crying.
Is your father there?
No.
Where is he? He's not there. How do you feel watching this all alone?
I think I'm standing between all the people in the mud. I don't know why my grandma isn't there. She's there, but in the background.
Could it be that she's afraid?
Yes.
She's hiding?
Yes.
Because she was doing the same, right?
Yes.
So she's afraid that this will happen to her as well. So eventually what happens? How did they treat her, your mother?
They burned her.
Okay, wow. And you watched this?
Yes, but I ran away.
You couldn't watch it. I understand. Is there anything else that you want to share about what you're seeing?
I hate the people who did this.
Yes, I understand. You have every right to do that, to hate them. They're really bad people, aren't they?
Yes.
Why do you think they're doing this? Do you know? Can you understand it?
Power.
Power.
Yes.
So they want power.
They feel powerful.
So they were afraid of your mother because she also had power.
Yes.
And they didn't want that power.
No.
Were these people men or women?
Men.
They were all men?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know if this has happened to other people as well? This torture that they did to your mother?
Yes.
So it's not the first time that this has happened?
No.
Okay. And was it for the same reason?
Mm-hmm.
Were they men or women that they were burning?
Always woman.
Always women?
Yes.
Okay. And no one could do anything about it?
No, everyone was scared.
So these men had a lot of power?
Yes.
Okay. So you also had to hide? That's why you didn't do it openly?
Yes.
Okay. So let's close that scene and let's move forward in this life that we are viewing. We are now moving forward to another important day. And you are there now. What do you see?
I'm older.
What is happening?
I think I'm in the house. In the same house, but I'm alone.
Your grandma is not there anymore?
No, she's dead.
How old are you now approximately?
86, something like that. Really old.
Much older. Alright. Tell me what do you see?
I'm sitting at a desk, I think. It looks like I'm making something.
Making?
Yes.
Zoom in and see what you're making. Describe it for me, please.
It's in a glass, and I think I'm crushing some leaves. And it's like a green tincture.
Why are you making this tincture?
I think I want to go.
For you?
Yes.
To drink it?
Mm-hmm.
It's poison?
I think so.
You want to poison yourself?
Yes.
Why?
I think it's too hard. And I'm so old, I should go to my mom.
In a previous scene, in the first scene, you were a teenager and you mentioned that you felt like your mother was around you, even if she was not there in the physical.
Yes.
Tell me about it. Do you still feel the same? Were you still able to feel? Are you still able to sense her in some way? Or tell me about it.
No, it feels like she's gone and she's pulling me to her.
How long has this been going on? Is it like recent or it's been
Longer.
Longer. Before that, were you able to sense her, to feel her, to connect with her in some way?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
I could talk to her, and I saw her in my dreams.
Did you have communication from her side?
Yes.
What was she sharing with you?
She said that I'm safe, but I have to be careful.
So she was guiding and protecting you?
Yes.
And had you shared this, your connection, your communication with your mother, had you shared this with anyone? Or was it a secret you had?
No, it was a secret.
You had to protect yourself, right?
Yes.
And so as the years passed by, did you get married or have kids or anything? Did you make a family?
No.
Why?
It was too dangerous. I was alone.
Why was it dangerous? Tell me about it.
I was scared that they would see me.
They? Who?
Who got my mother?
What do you mean that they would see you? In what way do you think they would see you? What do you mean?
See who I am, what I'm doing. I didn't want anyone close, so they wouldn't tell anyone.
You were afraid, you mean that if you would get married, maybe you wouldn't be able to trust your husband 100%.
Yes.
And maybe somehow people would find out that you have the abilities your mother had.
Yes.
So you sacrificed yourself and stayed alone in fear of being discovered.
Yes.
For who you truly are and your abilities.
Yes.
Okay. Were you happy with this decision?
No.
Okay. So you had a very lonely life.
Yes.
What else besides feeling lonely? How else were you feeling?
Guilty.
Guilty? Why? Why guilty?
Because they took my mother and I was still there. I should have saved her.
You thought you could save her?
Yes, I should have.
You should have, but you couldn't. You were also so young. But you felt that you could, you should.
I should have done something.
So you carried all this guilt.
Yes.
For your whole life. What else?
I think my dad told them.
Told them?
Yes, who she was. And I should have stopped him.
Why did you think he did that?
I think he was scared of her.
Wow. He was scared of her.
Yes.
Was he a mean person, or she was just special and she had psychic abilities, powerful abilities?
Yes, she was powerful. Yes.
I see. Okay, so you are now here in this room preparing this green tincture, you said, to help you to leave this body. Is anybody there with you?
No, just another cat.
Okay, so you have decided to go.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so tell me what happens next.
I go outside. I think it's nighttime. And I go into the forest. And I go somewhere up to a hill somewhere. It's behind a big rock. And then I just lay down and just say goodbye.
And what happens after you drink this liquid and after you die there then?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me what happens after you leave your last breath in that body? What happens next?
The cat is there and she crawls on my chest.
Okay, wow. Why do you think the cat is doing this?
I think she misses me.
Okay, that's beautiful. And then what happens? What happens to you? Where do you go? What happens?
It feels like I'm still there. I'm just kind of floating around.
How does it feel to be outside of the body?
It doesn't feel like I thought it would.
Why?
I don't feel free.
Why?
I should have done something.
With your mother?
Yes, maybe with the people.
What do you mean? Like what?
Feels like I should have killed the people who took her, and I didn't.
So you feel like you ought to take revenge?
Yes, and I didn't.
And you didn't. So you hold a lot of anger and resentment.
Yes.
And guilt. And that holds you there.
Yes.
It locks you there. You feel heavy then.
Yes, I can't go.
You can't go. What happens next?
I think I'm going back to the house.
Your soul only now.
Yes.
And then?
Feels like there's a child. But it's not mine.
Who is that child?
A small child somewhere. It doesn't have parents.
Where is the child? It's
on the ground playing with something. It's alone.
And what happens?
I think I stay with him.
Why? Mm-hmm. And you just stay there?
Yes.
Is that what you really want to do?
Yes, I guide him.
But I mean, wouldn't you rather want to be able to leave from that life?
No, I help him.
You help him? How long? For how long?
His whole life.
His whole life?
Yes.
And after he dies?
I go with him.
Where do you go?
Heaven? I don't know.
And what happens there?
I think we're somewhere else. Looks different.
What's your connection with this boy? Why did you stay to help him? Do you feel any connection in a soul level?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
I think he's my other half.
He is?
He's my other half. He belongs to my soul.
He belongs to your soul.
Yes.
That's why you felt the need to help
Yes.
him. And now that you are together on the other side, what happens?
I just see golden light and we're floating through space, I guess.
How does it feel?
Really good.
Wow. Do you feel free now? Do you feel lighter?
Yes.
Do you have a certain destination, or you just guided somewhere that you don't know where that might be? Or you're going to a specific place?
No, I don't know where we're going.
Let's see where you go. I'm curious. So you are there now. Where do you find yourself?
I just see light. It's just golden and white. I don't see any things. There's no objects.
You see light.
Yes.
How does this place feel like?
Warm and really safe.
Do you feel the presence of any other there?
Yes. I don't know what it is. It's something. I don't know what it is, but it has wings.
It's a being?
Yes.
Do you feel any energy in terms of male or female, or is it neutral?
I think it's neutral.
And it's there. I want you to connect energetically with this being and tell me what you're sensing. What is what emanates from that being? What energy?
It feels really strong and powerful and wise.
What color is it?
It's gold and it kind of looks like a bird. It has wings.
I want you to allow yourself to be able to communicate with that energy telepathically. Allow yourself to open up and have a communication with this being. And I want you to ask this being and tell me, what do you hear? What does it say?
It says it's our protector.
Your protector.
Yes.
What else?
It says it's there to guide us through to the next life.
Would you call him or her a guide then?
Yes.
So he or she is guiding you and the other soul. You're both there together, if I understood correctly.
Yes.
Okay. So does that travel together again? Separately?
I think he's going somewhere else.
And I want to ask your guide if he could answer a few questions for us today. Since he's there for you and he came into our space today, I would like to ask if I can connect with your guide and ask some questions. Yeah, he would like to do that?
Yes.
So would you like to allow your guide to speak through you and I ask a few questions?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to imagine that you merge now with your guide, and imagine that your guide is stretching their hands towards you, and you hold that hand and you go close and you merge into one just for a little while. So now, do I have permission to speak to Ronja's guide? Do I have permission to ask questions?
Yes.
Thank you. I would like to ask, first of all, I know that Ronya could have seen many different lives today, and she saw this life that she just visited. And why was it so important for her today to see this life?
Because she still feels connected to it and guilty to her mother, and she still feels this today.
So she still carries this persecution?
Yes, but she has to let it go.
Mm.
It wasn't her fault.
She doesn't need to hold onto that guilt anymore, does she?
No.
It doesn't serve her.
No.
And it's not needed, is it?
No.
Where is this guilt located now in her energy, in her body?
In her chest.
In her chest? Okay. Is it time to release it now?
Yes.
Okay, so should we do this now?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so I want you to assist her now then in taking all this energy, all this heavy, low vibrational energy of guilt and fear connected to that life, connected to that experience. And I want you to release it now to the universe. Is she allowing you to do that?
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, so please summon up all this energy, all this suppressed negative energy that she accumulated and still carrying into her being from that life. It doesn't serve her, she doesn't need it. Time to let it go. And let me know when it's done.
It's gone.
Beautiful. So let's feel now this space that all this guilt was taking. Let's fill that space with a high vibrational energy. And what energies would you like to now fill her up with?
Strength. And confidence.
Strength and confidence.
Yes.
Anything else?
Surrender. Surrender to yourself.
Does she understand what you mean? Would you like to explain?
I think she knows.
Would you like to remind her? Thank you. Would you like to do that by speaking out loud about surrendering to herself?
She has to trust herself more.
She was not trusting herself?
No.
No, because she was against her own self, right?
Yes.
She was accusing herself of... Subconsciously, there was still this inner fight.
Yes.
That she didn't do what she had to do. She thought she had to take revenge and help her mother back then.
Yes.
But did she have to do that?
No. She couldn't.
So, therefore, she was in war with herself. She couldn't accept herself. She couldn't make peace with herself.
Yes.
Is that why she was so confused and lost in her life until now?
Yes. She doesn't know her power.
She doesn't know her power.
Yes.
And she was also, I guess, afraid of it, no?
Yes, she's scared.
She's scared. So she has a lot of power.
Yes.
And abilities.
Yes.
She also had abilities in that life, and she suppressed everything.
Yes.
Is that what she's still doing?
Yes.
Afraid of being punished and discovered and revealed?
Yes.
Wow. So she was carrying this imprint, this fear.
Yes.
So she was even afraid of herself. Was she also afraid to open up spiritually because she was afraid she will discover who she is and her powers?
Yes, but she gave it all to the boy.
In the previous life, you mean?
Mm.
Is this soul in her life now?
Yes.
Who is this?
It's Neo.
Okay. That's why the connection is so strong
Yes.
between them. She said she felt something special, but she couldn't explain it.
Yes.
Would you like to tell her anything more about this relationship, this connection, whatever she might need to know, whatever is appropriate?
They're very similar. They come from the same place.
What do you mean, same place?
From the same dimension.
Mm-hmm. Where is that? Which dimension are you talking about? Does she need to understand or know something more about that?
It feels really far away. But I think we have each other for a long time already.
All right. So they are here. They met not by accident in this life, once again, to help each other.
Yes, now he's helping me.
Neo is helping Rongya now.
Yes. To trust herself again and to discover her powers.
So like a nudge, like a gentle nudge.
Yes.
Beautiful. But I guess Rongya is also helping him in some way, isn't she?
Yes.
Maybe she's not aware of it.
She's supporting. A lot of support.
Beautiful. What are the, perhaps, if there are any mental blockages that had manifested from that trauma, from that life that we explored today, that she was still carrying or she's still carrying? Mentally, are there any any blockages, any negative belief systems that we need to release today?
Yes, she thinks she's wrong, that her brain is wrong.
So she thinks there's something wrong with her mind.
Yes.
Why?
Because it's different.
It is different?
Yes.
In what way? Can you explain to her so that she can understand it and not be afraid of it or judge it in a negative way?
She feels a lot more and stronger, and it works differently, but it's not wrong. It's just different.
And why is it different?
Because many people have closed off this part. They don't want to feel so much.
And she does.
Yes.
Even if she doesn't really want it.
Yes. She's numb, but she's trying to get it back.
I wonder if there's anything that perhaps needs to be done in terms of her relationship, or any communication that needs to be done between her and her mother in that life.
Yes.
To somehow resolve any miscommunication, anything that might be out of alignment between her relationship with that soul that used to be her mother in that life. What would be the most appropriate way to do what?
It's the same mother.
Oh wow, it's the same soul.
Yes.
The soul of the mother she has in this current life, that through which she's speaking through now, and the mother she had in the past life was the same soul.
Yes.
Oh wow, why? What did Rongya want to learn from this life with her, being her daughter in this life?
That she's not responsible.
Was she able to understand that so far?
No.
So Rongya was feeling responsible for her mother?
Yes.
Okay, so that was another way that was holding her back, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she has to let that go as well?
Mm-hmm.
Since she's not also, she shouldn't feel guilty
Yes.
about her mother's decisions and her own path and journey, right?
Yes.
Anything else, any other advice on this subject?
Just let her go.
Does her mother in this life also has the abilities that she had in that past life, and she has suppressed them?
No, she doesn't have them.
She chose not to have them, huh? She
Yes.
chose another path,
Yes.
another role, another character, to play another character. But Ronya did choose to have these abilities, you said, in this life again. Why?
To use them this time.
To use them this time, okay. But she's not using them.
No.
She put them under the carpet. She didn't even want to see them.
Yes.
She was too afraid. She was numb.
Yes.
She was afraid of herself.
Yes.
That's why she was completely lost.
Yes.
Lonely, frustrated, depressed.
Yes.
Wow. So she came in this life to use these abilities that she has.
Yes.
For what? What reason?
She has to heal people.
She can do that?
Yes.
Does she believe that she can?
I think she knows, but she doesn't believe it.
Yeah, I can understand. She I guess, is even afraid to admit that.
Yes.
In the past life, she didn't even want to have a partner, afraid of for her being discovered.
Yes.
After this session today, is this fear going to dissipate?
No, it stays, because this world can be dangerous. There's a lot of people who try to take advantage.
What do you mean?
People who've seen her and try to use her.
But does this fear serve her?
It protects her.
Until a certain level.
Yes.
But does it serve her? Does she need to keep this fear if she needs to step into her purpose and mission?
No.
So she thinks that it protects her and that she needs it, but it's sabotaging her from stepping into her true mission.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so then she doesn't need it. She's just afraid to let it go.
Yes.
Can you help her now to let it go? To somehow, in some way, whatever you think is more appropriate, make her understand that she doesn't need this protection anymore. That in this life she's safe, isn't she?
Yes.
She's not going to be punished in this life.
No.
She's not going to be burned
No.
in this life. She's not going to put herself in danger
No.
in this life. She's not going to be punished for that.
No.
She doesn't need to hide anymore in this life. This is a different life, right?
Yes.
She's here to step into her power. So it's the same essence, but now she's in a completely different role, right? It's the complete opposite.
Yes.
Now she's being asked by Spirit, by you, by her guide, to step into that mission. So that needs a lot of courage from her, doesn't it?
Yes.
But she's strong, you said.
Yes, she's stronger than she thinks.
And she should also stop doubting herself, right?
Yes.
So she's here to help other people.
Mm-hmm.
She's here to help them heal.
Yes.
That's her purpose.
Yes.
And unless she steps into it, she will be lost and sad,
Yes.
right? And confused and depressed.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So this is a huge awakening for her today.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess, as you said, she knew it inside, but she was not sure and not safe enough to admit it or step into it.
Yes.
She's asking what would be the best occupation for her in this life in order to be fulfilled, to be happy, to be abundant.
She has to hear people's energies, but it's very hard because she feels everything. She needs to find a way to keep herself with her own energy and not take everything on.
So she is what we call empathic.
Yes.
Okay, so she is like a sponge.
Yes.
Takes in everything, negative, positive.
Yes.
How can she balance this and not allow the negative energies to influence her and come into her field.
Crystals.
That could be a wonderful permission slip to use crystals and program them and ask them to protect her.
Yes.
Energetically.
Yes.
So what is your recommendations in terms of ways that she could help other people? She's here to help, you said. She has gifts, she has healing abilities. And she's here to serve in this way, to, if she chooses to step into her true essence and the purpose why she decided to come here. She's here to help other people. How can she do that from your side? Or is she free to explore and choose what direction she would like to take?
She could start with body work, to massage, and through that heal also the energies.
So her hands
Yes.
have healing powers.
Yes.
Okay, so she could start with that and just take it from there.
Yes.
And explore other healing modalities and ways she can apply her gifts.
Yes.
Okay. So, is this loneliness, confusion, and overwhelm that she was feeling going to now go away?
It might come back if she doubts herself. She knows deep down.
Has she ever been on other planets or dimensions before?
Yes.
How many lives has she lived, she's asking. I know this is a tricky question, but what would you answer to her in this question?
I can't say how many, but something with 8,000 something.
And has she been on Earth before?
Yes.
Of course, we just visited the previous life of that. I don't know if it was the last one, but at least one that we just explored, of course, yes. So
many times.
Many times, okay. So she's not stranger here. She was just deeply traumatized.
Yes.
That's why she was so unable to function in the society, to blend, to tune in. I understand. Does she have a star family?
Yes.
Who are they?
I'm part of them.
You're part of her star family?
Yes.
That's why you came through today to connect with us?
Yes.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much for doing this. What could you say about your collective, your race, your group?
We are far away from Earth, but we tune in to help raise the vibration and to give lots of love. But we're not here in physical form.
Why are you helping humans at this time?
They have lost their way and they need a lot more warmth and connect to their hearts.
And how are you doing this? How are you helping humans? In what way?
We connect to some and just send energy and try to raise the vibration of Earth.
Are these individuals aware that this takes place? Or sometimes not?
No.
But they have, in another level, given you permission in some way. And you work with them together. Is it usually your own, like, families like that you work with?
Yes.
And has Ronya then is a part of your group?
Yes.
And is there anything more she needs to know about you? Perhaps your name, if there is such a thing, of your group or something?
The name feels like Arcas. And she can connect to us in meditation. She has seen us in books before. There was a book about star families and she recognized us.
Wow. But she wasn't sure, of course, eh?
No.
But she felt it.
Yes.
She couldn't doubt that she felt it, didn't she?
Yes.
But then her mind doubted it.
Yes.
Okay. It was not a coincidence that she felt the attraction, the magnetism.
Yes.
She was asking about the lack of abundance that she felt. Also, her mother, the same. They both felt this struggle towards finance. How can she let that go and bring abundance and prosperity in her life?
She has to trust herself and do what she feels is right, and the money will just come. It's just an energy exchange.
Okay, so she needs to put her energy where she really feels like doing it.
Yes.
And it will flow and it will come back.
Yes.
How can she become more connected to her higher wisdom, to her true self and her source?
She needs to meditate more, to calm her mind, relax more, and trust herself.
She is asking if there is any actual meaning to life. What would your answer be?
Yes, it's just to love and have fun and enjoy this earth and any other planets, and just to be there.
Then why do we suffer so much?
Because the ego takes over a lot. For many people, they are very greedy and they want more. They want to suppress and have it all to themselves.
So there we cause suffering to ourselves and to others. So you mentioned joy and fun. So is it possible for Anya to live a life filled with joy?
Yes.
It is, right?
Yes.
What was blocking her?
Her low self-esteem.
And I guess she also had the chains from that past life that we released.
Yes.
Really holding her down energetically and mentally, right? She's free now, isn't she?
Yes, she has always been free.
What are the lessons she's learning in this life?
To step into her power, to show herself, and to use her powers.
So it's very, very connected to the life that you showed to her.
Yes.
And I want to go back to that life to connect the two, because I think it will make a lot of sense. A question I forgot to ask you is, why did she choose to have that life, that experience, the past life that you showed to her, go through that life, even if it was very, very, very challenging? But why did she go through that life? What did she learn from that life? What did she want to learn? What was the purpose of that past life?
How important it is to believe in yourself, and the importance of sharing your wisdom. And she shared it then with the little boy. And so she could go because she has to participate in life and not just hide from it. And she learned that it's important to share with people, and that together they can be even stronger.
So that brings her to this life now.
Yes.
You were there when she came back to the spirit side after that life. You were there to guide her through this life.
Yes.
What was the idea behind coming into this current incarnation? Why did you decide, I guess, with her together that this mission, this life that she's living now would be the best next thing to do?
Because Earth needs her. She needs to be visible and help Earth to not be afraid.
So she's needed.
Yes.
Much more than she was allowing herself to believe.
Yes.
The more of us who help, the better, right? So it's really important that she allows herself to be who she is. It will help others and will help herself.
Mm-hmm.
Will you be there to help her in these future steps she's taking?
Yes, I'm there.
Are you always there?
Yes.
How can she connect with you?
She can call me in meditation.
Is there any energy, any name, anything, any picture that you would like to give to her now so that she has something to call upon?
Yes. She sees me.
She sees you now?
Yes.
So you're projecting an image?
Yes.
Would you like to describe the image? I'm very curious. I would like to see what she sees.
I look like, I guess, a human bird, and I'm blue. I have a golden beak and very, very green eyes.
Is your body like humanoid? 2 legs and 2 arms?
Sometimes, yes, but
But you still have the feathers. You look like a blue bird.
yes, and I have wings.
May I ask a few more questions?
Yes.
Thank you. She was asking if you can advise her on who can she turn to for help.
You can always talk to me or other members of the family. She can ask her mother in this life, talk to her more.
How can she life of true happiness and bliss?
She will if she believes in herself and does her work. She will become very, very blissful.
Does her soul have a plan for the next life? For what will happen after this life?
I think she wants to go back to another dimension.
Go back. You mean a specific place?
To where we come from.
Where you come from, your group?
Yes. It's the 5th dimension.
And do you exist in a physical form?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So she would like to come back to you?
Yes.
She really wants that, right?
Yes.
A part of her is missing that?
Yes.
It's not that easy to be on Earth sometimes, is it?
It's very hard.
So you do have understanding for the challenges that this density has.
Yes.
But she can change many things in her life, cannot she? She can turn this fear into love and this grief into joy.
Yes.
Can she reach a state of ecstasy and enlightenment if she chooses to in this life?
Yes. She has to learn how to balance herself and to balance emotions.
To learn how to balance the emotions?
Yes.
All right. So she mentioned that she used to have a lot of nightmares, like a very seems like the opposite of quiet sleep.
She's holding on to a lot of emotions from the day and tries to release them in the night. But we would advise her to meditate before sleep.
What kind of meditation would you suggest?
To regulate her nervous system. It's very overloaded.
Okay. To bring herself into a more coherent state.
Yes.
So she was spinning a lot.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, how can she stay connected to you and receive your guidance in her day-to-day life if she chooses to?
She can go for walks in nature and just connect to Earth, and then she can easier find us.
So grounding is important.
Very.
Okay, and Earth can help. She can hold her, support her.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's beautiful. When she contacted me for this session today, what did you hope that she will receive from this session the most?
To find ourselves again.
To remember who she is and why she's here.
Yes.
So the experience and information that she had received today is a game changer.
Yes.
And it's up to her to put it into place and create a life of joy and expansion and peace and everything that she's been dreaming of.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So then I would like to ask if there is any closing message you have for her.
Just to stay soft as she is. There's nothing wrong about it. And to really just believe in herself. And she knows everything she needs to know. And even if it's hard, to just keep her kindness and just to try to spread love wherever possible. That's the most important.